Everyone. For today, we are going to learn Chapter 1, Introduction to Multimedia. What is multimedia and where multimedia using in our real life? So, at the end of this topic, you should be able to understand the introduction to multimedia. Second one is the applications of multimedia. And the last one is the primary delivery methods of multimedia. So let's start. What is multimedia? Multi means many. Media means to communicate. Many media are used for us to communicate. That is what we call multimedia. In a computer, all multimedia coming from one place. Okay? Different media useful for us to communicate. So, multimedia means that computer information that can be represented through text, art, sound, animation, and video. And multimedia becomes interactive multimedia when a user is given the option of controlling the elements. So, what is the basic elements of the multimedia? The basic elements of multimedia are text, graphics, audio, video, and animation. Texts are used for us to create words, sentences, and also paragraphs. Graphics are digital representation of non-text information, such as photograph. For audio are music or any other sound like speech. For video, photographic images like that are playback at the speed of 15 to 20 frames per second and provide the appearance of full motion. And animation is a series of graphics that creates illusions of motion. So, what is the multimedia elements? Okay, there are two types of multimedia elements. First one is the dynamic elements, including video, animation, and audio. And the second one is the static elements, including text and graphics. Dynamic elements means that, for example, like video, when we watch, the object in the video is moving. That we call dynamic elements. For the static elements, is example of the text that we write in the Microsoft Word. It's static, it doesn't moving. That we call it as static elements. Or graphic, example of photograph images. So, multimedia projects can be linear or non-linear. So, take a look. What is linear multimedia? Linear multimedia are projects that are not interactive. We call it as a linear. Linear means when a user have no control over the content that being shown to them. For example, a movie, a video, or demo show. Okay? For non-linear projects where users are given navigational control, we call it as non-linear, and it is user interactive. Which means that when a user being given the application, you have a freedom to move around the application and search the information that you want. Okay, for example, games, courseware, and also interactive CD. So, let's take a look. What is authoring tools? Okay, authoring tools are used to merge multimedia elements into a project. Okay, for example, first one, Adobe Flash. Second one, Adobe Director. And the last one is the Adobe Dreamweaver CS4. This one is CS4 version. Another examples for authoring tools will be Macromedia Flash and also Microsoft PowerPoint. So let's continue the next slide. Okay, there are a number of fields where multimedia could be of use. For example, business. Second one is the education. Third one is the entertainment, home, and last one is the public places. So we use business application for multimedia, including network communication, catalog. This is the IKEA catalog. Databases, instance messaging. Okay, that one is the Yahoo Messenger, and also presentations training. So for school, is the educational software can be developed to enrich the learning process. For example, e-learning or distance learning, courseware, and last one is the information searching. That all of these are to enrich the learning process for education. So for home, okay, basically most multimedia projects reach home via television sets or monitors with built-in user input. For example, IPTV. IPTV means that something that you need to connect with internet. Okay, example of the IPTV would be Netflix. This one is the IPTV. Okay, and then satellite TV. Okay, satellite TV, and also games. Okay, this one, games. So for public places, multimedia will be available at stand-alone terminals or kiosks to provide information and help. This is the example of the kiosk in public places. Okay, another example that we can see is at the LRT station, which is you need to buy your tickets through LRT kiosk. Okay, another example would be cinema kiosk. Okay, where you need to buy your movie tickets through the kiosk that provided in the cinema. So, continue with what is delivering multimedia. Okay. For delivery multimedia, example are virtual reality. Okay, virtual reality is an extension of multimedia and it uses the basic multimedia elements of imagery, okay, sound, and animation. These are the example of the virtual reality where you can see the object is coming to you and you need to control it. Okay, especially when you play your game with VR device. Okay, and it requires traffic computing horsepower to be realistic. Okay, another example of the delivery multimedia would be copper wire, glass fiber, and Cellular technologies also serve for delivering multimedia files across a network. Okay, these are the example of the delivering multimedia. Okay, let's go to the primary media for delivering multimedia projects. First one is the CD-ROM, compact disc read only. Second is the digital versatile disc, DVD. Okay, so let's take a look. What is CD-ROM? CD-ROM is the most cost-effective distribution medium for multimedia projects, and it can contain up to 80 minutes of full-screen video or sound. And CD burners are used for reading discs and converting the disc to audio, video, and data format. Okay, that one when we need to burn the CD, an example of the software would be Nero software application. Okay, the second is the digital versatile disc. Okay, digital versatile disc is the multi-layered DVD technology, increases the capacity of current optical technology up to 18 GB. Okay, DVD authoring and integration software is used to create interactive front-end menus for film and also games. Okay, this one also use DVD burner for you to convert the disc to audio, video, and data formats. Same like CD-ROM, but the capacity would be up to 18 gig compared with this one. Only can contain up to 80 minutes per video. So, that's all for today's session for chapter 1. Okay. At the end of this chapter, you should know what is multimedia, okay, what is linear or non-linear multimedia, and also multimedia project which can be stored in the CD-ROM or DVDs. Okay, so we will be back soon for next session on chapter 2.